Okay, so from the moment my mom conceived me and found out about me, she was terrified. And the reason she was terrified is because I was her 13th pregnancy and nobody had lived to this point. And the doctors had told her if she got pregnant again, she would no doubt die as in childbirth if the child didn't die before childbirth. So she was terrified the entire time that I was being gestated. So then I was born and I had chronic bronchitis, and my dad had a thing for flipping me over his head into the wall and having to resuscitate me, which didn't always happen. They had to take me to the hospital. I was blue. They'd put me in a bathtub full of ice. Yes, this is how I was taught to regulate my nervous system. Um, okay, so the important part of this is for you to know is that children from conception to birth, the only thing that is completely built is the nervous system. And from birth until 5 years old, they are it's being programmed by the experiences that happen. And because I was raised in a very traumatic and scary environment from the second I was conceived, um, I don't know how to regulate my nervous system. I'm learning. But because of that, I have things like fibromyalgia. I have chronic bronchitis. I have so much snot every day. I'm talking cups of snot every day. So the more I learn to regulate my nervous system and recognize when it's out of whack and what's knocking it out of whack and how to heal that situation and remove that fear response, programmed fear response, I'm getting closer and closer to what I am and what I'm supposed to be able to do. I was born very gifted, and the traumas in my life and my mom binding me as a child, I I have had a lot of healing I've had to do. Um, what I want to pass on to y'all is, especially if you have children in your household, is to not fight. And I don't mean not fight in front of them. And if you do fight, you resolve it in front of them too. Um, Throughout their life, just be as kind and as calm at every point that you can. Make sure that they're fed, make sure their diapers are clean, make sure they're in a safe environment, make sure they're well fed and in a safe environment at all times. And then they will grow up to be amazing individuals. Um, we live in a world of fear because when we're in our fight or flight, our nervous system is dysregulated. We are not able to connect to our core, our chakra, our energy cores, and we're easier to control. So we become more like sheeple instead of individual people. So, yeah, keep that in mind when you hear on the news that there is an atmospheric river coming through Oregon for one day of rain in October when there's supposed to be a downpour from September until January, February, March, April. Yeah, right in there is when it stops raining. Yeah, continuously for months. We haven't seen 3 days of rain in a month in almost a year. Yeah, kind of disgusting. And our trees are falling down and rotting. And yeah, this is all dysregulating. All of it. I could go on, but the point isn't to go on to the dysregulation. The point is to, okay, so here's one way that I have found, I'm sweating, one of the ways that I have found to calm my dysregulation or bring it back into is to breathe in and then breathe out longer than you breathe in. Breathing is really important, and the way that you breathe triggers different things in your body, different chemicals. I learned a long time ago that if you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, it's going to bring you back down into a realm of realism. It's going to bring you back down into your body so that you can cope with whatever's in front of you rather than just coming unglued or running. I'm really good at hiding. Anyway, I no longer hide. Anyway, yeah, that was my message. I hope that you learned something out of it. Let me know your thoughts down below.